Hello, Knollwood families. Good morning to you. I am your principal, Cecilia Salazar. I want to take this opportunity to welcome you to our virtual orientation. I hope that you and your families are staying safe and healthy. We are thrilled and excited to welcome our students for a full in-person return on Monday, August 16. The purpose of this orientation is to share information about the many ways we are preparing our schools for a safe return. I'm excited to welcome back our students, families, and staff to our campus and classrooms as in-person instruction begins. It's going to take a collaborative effort from all of us to keep students, staff, and families safe. But by working together, we can make this year a great year. Throughout the presentation, if you can please mute yourselves to eliminate any background noise and be respectful to all other families. Our TSP coordinator, Ms. Valle, will be monitoring the chat box. If you have any questions or concerns, please type your questions in the chat box. We will respond to your questions in the chat box to the best of our ability. For those questions that we do not have an immediate answer to, we will put together a Q&A and upload on our website and email that to you directly. We are excited to see our students back on campus. For our early education and elementary schools, students will be on campus 5 days a week for a full day of in-person instruction. Just a couple of a day on campus highlights. Our schools are gearing up to provide supports to all of our students, including additional staff, tutoring, intervention, small group instruction, and more technology support. Student wellness and support is also available for our students and families throughout our hotline at 213-241-3840. The district is paying for additional PSW supports for schools, for our own mental health. That's an additional resource that we will be able to offer our students and their families. School bus transportation will be available for those who qualify. All students will be able to use the playground equipment and are going to be able to play with their friends during recess and lunchtime. All students will be able to get a free meal at no charge during their lunch break. Every student is entitled to breakfast, lunch, and supper meals. Meal applications will be distributed to determine student eligibility for additional school funding and EBT cards. So please turn in your meal application. Currently, meal applications are available online. At the end of every school day, students will be given a grab and go bag, which includes breakfast for the following day and supper to take home. An optional morning snack will also be available at no charge for students at their recess break. The breakfast in the classroom, which we call BIC, will resume once eating indoors is permitted. The following is our childcare options. We will be offering LAUSD Youth Services. It is an after-school program at no cost to the family. It will be offered to students in grades K through 5th. The YMCA childcare service is a before and after school childcare program. They open their doors to students at 6:30 to 8 for AM care and 2:30 to 6:30 for PM care. They take students in grades TK through 5th. It is not a free program, there is a charge, but you can inquire with Elaine She is the supervisor of the program. They also have scholarships for our families who qualify. The KYDS program will also be available. It is an after-school program and it's also free of charge. These programs will be available at Knollwood to offer support to all of our working families. So please take advantage of these wonderful programs. We are committed to the safety of our school communities as we welcome everyone back to school. Air filtration systems in every classroom and every office space have been upgraded. Regular cleaning protocols and frequent sanitizing throughout the day with additional support from maintenance and operations. Face masks will be required for all students, staff, and visitors while on campus. And of course, weekly COVID tests are required. The testing unit will be testing staff at the school site on a weekly basis. You will not have to schedule an appointment for your child. The testing unit will be at the school site every week to test. Keeping our students safe is a priority for all of us. Here are the different ways we are making sure students are safe. Number one, wearing a face mask while on campus is a requirement. Number two, our LAUSD team of health experts are constantly reviewing the guidelines from our health officials and deciding on the best recommendations for our schools regarding physical distancing and daily screening. Number three, daily health checks will be required for all students, staff, and visitors before coming on campus, either verbally or through the daily pass. And number four, of course, our weekly COVID testing. So before arriving to school, please complete your child's daily pass, the health check. Our families need to make sure their child is feeling well every morning before leaving the house. Families can use the daily pass to answer health screening questions, which can be found at dailypass.lausd.net. The daily pass is available to all LA Unified employees, students, parents, and visitors. It can be accessed using a computer, using a tablet, or any mobile device. The daily pass allows you to schedule your COVID-19 test and get your test results if you wish to test somewhere else. The daily pass provides a daily health check and generates a unique QR code for each student and staff member for each day of the school's location. So remember, to enter school campus, your child will need that daily QR code that we will scan every morning. As your family prepares for the school year, this back to school checklist can help you. It is important that your child brings a face mask to school. You can bring extras and place them in a Ziploc bag and leave in their backpacks. Vaccinations for all eligible family members are available through LAUSD. Please sign up to get your parent portal account by visiting the LAUSD website. I believe we have between 70 to 80% of our families already with a parent portal account. So please don't forget to sign up for that. Practice new routines at home as we get ready for school, like getting dressed on time, and have your children wear their masks for a prolonged period of time. And don't forget, all students will need a baseline COVID test no more than 2 weeks prior to the start of the school, which is August 16. You may schedule a COVID-19 test using your child's student ID at the dailypass.lausd.net or stop by on Friday, August 13 here at Knollwood in the auditorium. The testing unit will be testing students between the hours of 8 a.m. and 12 noon and 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. This is your support staff here at Knollwood. Our APEIS, Nicole Boutel, our office manager, SAA, Ms. Downs, our office technician, Ms. Gina Despinos, our nurse, Mira Lee, our community rep, Ms. Veronica Netter, our instructional coach, Ms. Jennifer Johnson, and our TSP coordinator, Ms. Stacy Valle. This is our instructional day. For grades 1 through 5, the day starts at 8 a.m. and ends at 2:28 p.m. That's Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. All Tuesdays are early dismissals. This is a bank time Tuesday. It's an opportunity for teachers to meet after school for professional development. So dismissal on Tuesdays is at 1:24 p.m. And remember, regular attendance is essential for success. These are the drop off and pick up procedures. You have two options. You can either use the drive-through valet or walk up drop off. And I will show you a visual of our map in a second. Make sure that when you drop off your child is wearing their mask. And we request that our families, the parent or the neighbor or the uncle, the grandma, grandpa, dropping of the child is also wearing a mask. Show your Daily Pass QR code to staff members. Our staff members are going to be located in different areas around our school. They will be scanning the QR code for entry. And please remind your child to take their backpack. You don't want to forget that backpack. So this is a visual. If you opt for valet drop off, you will drop off your child at the monogram gate. Personnel will be there to assist the child exit the car. So you are going to travel on Gerald Avenue. You will make a right on Midwood Avenue and a right on Monogram Avenue. There is a gate on Monogram Avenue. You cannot miss it. Personnel will be there to assist you. So as you can see, the line will wrap around the campus. That way we can have an easy traffic flow. Now, if you opt for the walk up drop off, you will drop off your child at the Barnstone Gate, also known as the YMCA Gate. Personnel will be stationed at every gate to check in your child. All gates will open at 7:30 a.m. Again, if you opt for the walk-up drop-off, make sure to park your car, walk up your child to the Barnstone Gate, which is almost in the corner of Barnstone and Monogram. You cannot miss it. You have to take the stairs to drop off your child, and make sure that you do form one line as we start checking your children in. Those are your two options. And as you can see, the visual is there. Now, currently, the Department of Water and Power is working on the main water line on Barnstone Street. They will start I spoke to their supervisor. They will start their day at 8:30 a.m. to allow for a smooth drop off. Okay. So they're going to work with us. So they are going to start putting up their signs on Barnstone and close Barnstone Street for starting at 8:30. I'm hoping that the job is complete by maybe 2 weeks. Okay, so let's just be patient, and they're willing to work with us, and we appreciate that. Okay, now you might be saying, well, the first day I have to drop off my child, how can I meet and greet my child's teacher? Well, you will have that opportunity after school at dismissal time. So at dismissal time, you will be able to come onto campus. So you are going to park your car and walk onto campus. The gates will open 5 minutes before the dismissal bell. Please wait while physically distancing from others. The teacher will open the door and dismiss students according to the emergency card. What does that mean? That means that the parents, the teacher in grades TK, K, and 1 will only dismiss the child to the person listed on the emergency card. So teachers will dismiss students in grades 2 through 5. So you can meet your children out on the playground where you feel that it's a safe place. Maybe in the lunch pavilion, near the basketball courts, near the handball courts. Find a designated area to meet your children, or right outside the teacher's door. So you might not have the opportunity to meet and greet your teacher in the morning, but you will have that opportunity to meet them in the afternoon at dismissal time. Okay? So remember, in the mornings, you would drop off your child. We will scan the QR code. Your child walks in, you leave. In the PM, the doors will be open for you to come onto our campus and pick up your child. Medication. The nurse will administer any and all medication to children. Please make sure you send the original bottle with the prescription with clear directions. The nurse needs to make sure that she is aware of any students taking any medication. So make sure that it's the original bottle with the prescription affixed to it. And the directions clearly marked along a completed district with the completed district request for medication to be taken during school hours form. So this is a specific form that you can pick up from the office. So please let the nurse, Ms. Lee, and the teacher know of any medications your child is currently taking. So please calendar the following. Our drive-through room assignment and information stations have been scheduled for Wednesday, August 11. Grades 4 and 5 at 9 a.m. Grades 2 and 3 at 11 a.m. And for TK, kinder, and first grade at 1 p.m. The makeup drive-through has been scheduled for Thursday, August 12 at 9 a.m. Please keep in mind that the Department of Water and Power is currently working on Barnstone Street. You may enter through the monogram gate in your vehicle, drive through the stations, and then exit on the monogram gate. And don't forget to join our PTA. PTA helps the school fundraise for field trips, for the Y Play, for student supplies, technology, and much, much more. Become a PTA member. Please stay connected. Building a bridge of communication is essential. Please visit our LA Unified website for the most up-to-date information regarding back-to-school preparations at achieve.lausd.net/return FAQ. Please continue to stay connected by visiting our school website, You may also call our office at 818-363-9558. I want to welcome everyone back. This is a time to focus on and be grateful for your family's safety, your family's health and well-being. Make building strong family relationships a priority. Reach out to neighbors, friends, and others in your community to check in, offer support, and to stay connected. We are missing you and cannot wait for our return to our school, a place where we can all be together, laugh together, play together, and of course, learn together. Now, I'm going to go ahead and introduce Ms. Valle, our TSP coordinator, with some Title I information.
Good morning, everyone. Sorry, I'm on the chat typing away, trying to answer some questions. So if you wouldn't mind taking over the chat, Mrs. Salazar. I don't think there were any major pressing questions for now, but let me get settled in here and share my screen. Oh, can you stop sharing your screen, Mrs. Salazar? Oh, there you go. Thank you. I am. Let me just put this down here. Get in my presenter mode. Okay, good morning, everyone. As Mrs. Salazar said, I am Mrs. Valle. I have my full name on there, Daisy Gaitan Valle, because sometimes you will see documents going home and the district still has my maiden name. I am the Knollwood TSP Title I coordinator. And I will explain a little bit more as to what that entails. Oops. Oh. Sorry. So let me go over some of my duties. I wear many hats here at school. One of my most important functions is just to always be there for Mrs. Salazar, to try to take some things off of her plate, because you have never seen a harder working principal than Mrs. Salazar. So anything I can do to help alleviate some of her stresses, I'm there for. But these are some of my official duties. I am the EL designee. EL stands for English learner. And under that umbrella, I am in charge of English learner compliance. Instruction, I help provide professional development for our teachers. Along with our Title III coach, we try to make sure that they're up to date with all the ELD strategies. And they're just great strategies for all learners, not just English learners. I am the LPAC coordinator, which entails being in charge of administering the LPAC test or helping teachers out to make sure that they're trained properly to administer the LPAC. Initials for those incoming students, first time in our in California, LA Unified Campus, and then the summative LPAC that takes place in the spring for the rest of our English learners. I help out with progress monitoring. I am keeping track of our English learners. Currently, I think we're up to maybe 45 English learners or a little less than that. But I'm keeping track. How are they doing as far as their grades are concerned? How are they doing with their English language development? How did they score on their LPAC exam? Are they going to be ready to reclassify soon? So I'm having those discussions with parents, with the teachers, with the students themselves, and if they're in the upper grades, to make sure that they're trying to, or they're as close as possible to reaching that reclassification goal. I'm also a member of the SSPT. I don't attend all of the meetings, but I do attend when it involves an English learner. I'm there to advocate for the English learner and to make sure that the parent understands, what the strengths and needs of the student are, so that we can help that student have academic success. I am the ELAC facilitator. I have a small committee of English learner parents, and other parents are welcome as well. But we meet 6 times a year to go over English learner needs and what can we do to help these students be successful in school. I help translate for parent-teacher conferences. I do speak Spanish. So if you need my services, please let the teacher know. And I try to schedule myself in there so that I can be of assistance. Title I is something else I am in charge of, which deals with federal compliance. We received Title I funding, thankfully, and that comes through those meal applications. It's so important that everyone fill one out because it generates funding for our school. I work very closely with admin and our office staff and our teachers for funding and SPSA budget development every school year. I am involved with parent involvement under the Title I umbrella. I work very closely with Ms. Netter, our community rep. We try to provide parent workshops that are, useful to the parents. We try to send out a little survey as to what it is that you're looking for. And usually we're trying to figure out how to tie that homeschool connection with academics. We try to plan parent-centered activities. We also, Ms. Netter and I deal with the parent portal. So if you need assistance getting onto that parent portal, it's so important that everyone is on there because it gives you a wealth of information. I'll get to that a little later. We deal with parent and family engagement. Last year, I know it was squashed, but we usually put on a literacy and a STEAM night to tie that homeschool connection and provide fun activities that our teachers plan for our families to come on campus to learn a little bit more about literacy and STEAM. School communications, I help send out school emails. The School-Wide Remind is an app, and I'll get to that a little later so you can join if you haven't joined already. I run the school Instagram account, and we have a Knollwood YouTube channel now, which we were using to present our morning assemblies, as well as any important videos that Ms. Salazar puts out, like the family guide and school reopenings she put out a couple of weeks ago. That's on our YouTube channel as well. Okay, so part of my ELD compliance is to show you this 2.5 video about the programs that LA Unified has to offer and our school has to offer. The first two you're going to hear about dual language. We currently don't offer at Knollwood, but the last two is what we do have here at Knollwood. So 2.5 minutes, bear with me.
Hello, parents and guardians of LA Unified students. The Los Angeles Unified School District provides 4 different instructional program options tailored to meet the diverse needs of English learners. As a parent of an English learner, you have the right to choose the instructional program that will best help your child learn the English language and to have academic success. Here's a short introduction. Program 1. In the dual language two-way immersion, English learners and native speakers of English will be in the classroom together. Students learn subjects like math and science in 2 languages. The goal for the students is to achieve bilingualism, biliteracy, and academic proficiency in both languages. Program 2. In the dual language one-way immersion, the classroom is composed of all English learners. Here, the students learn the California content standards in 2 languages. The goal is to achieve bilingualism, biliteracy, and academic proficiency in both languages. Program 3. LEAP. Language and Literacy in English Acceleration Program. Here, all English learners learn the California content standards in English. But in this program, we use specially designed methods for learning English. Nearly all instruction is in English. The student's home language is only used to check for understanding and clarification. The goal is to develop English language proficiency and academic proficiency in all subjects in English. Program 4. The mainstream program is designed for English proficient students and English learners with reasonable fluency, which is determined by a child's score on the English language proficiency assessment. In this program, students learn standards-based academic content in grade-level academic English. English learners who have less than reasonable fluency in English may also participate in this program, but the parent needs to make a written request to the principal. It is important for you, the parent, to know that the most important goal of all these different programs is for students to achieve academic proficiency in English. Additionally, the dual language two-way immersion and the dual language one-way immersion help students achieve academic proficiency in a second language. So, in review, LA Unified offers 1. Dual language two-way immersion program. 2. Dual language one-way immersion program. 3. Language and Literacy English Acceleration Program. 4. Mainstream English Program. If your program option is not presently available at your child's school, or you need more information, please speak with the school's EL designee or principal.
Okay, so thank you for bearing with that. Tomorrow during your drive-through, you'll receive this information about the different programs that we do have to offer. So make sure to inquire if you have any questions regarding the 4 different program options. Okay, what is an English learner? You might ask. Okay, so it's a student age 3 to 21 that's enrolled in El Unified or a California school. They were either born in the U.S. or not born in the U.S. and they speak another language or another language is spoken at home. So the goal of this whole entire process is to make sure that they are up to speed with academic language. Okay. And your students are classified as English learners, or we identify them by doing the following. When you register your child, you are asked a series of 4 questions in the home language survey. If any of these questions were another language other than English, then we need to identify whether that child needs extra support. Okay. So we try to figure out, is this an English speaker or a possible English learner? They are administered the LPAC, okay, which is a very simple, especially the initial one is a short test just to see how they're doing with their listening, reading, writing, and speaking. And the reading, especially in kindergarten, is very minimal. Can they recognize initial sounds? Can they sound out certain things? But it's very minimal. It's not weighted heavily on the reading. We want to hear what the language is like. Can they identify certain letters and sounds and things of that nature? Okay, if they do well on that exam, then they're considered an IFEP, initially fluent English proficient. They no longer need any special supports for English learners. Okay, if they don't score as well, then we put them on the English learner path, where they will receive anywhere from 45 to 60 minutes of ELD instruction. So that is provided either by the teacher or this year we're going to try something a little differently. Where that's going to be provided by another teacher. So to make sure that that time is dedicated into acquiring that academic language necessary. Okay, the score report for that initial exam will look something like this, and it will be explained to you where your child fell. Okay, that English language development is just extra support, teaching strategies that are, as I mentioned before, useful to all students. It's daily English instruction. It helps them learn that English as quickly as possible. It is done comprehensively, and we want to make sure that they are college and career ready. Okay, the end goal is reclassification, and there's 4 criteria for that. They take the LPAC, they have to score a 4 or better. They need to achieve a composite score of a 3 in their ELA grade on their report card. And their basic skills assessment needs to score benchmark in all areas. That basic skills assessment is DIBELS. You'll be hearing a lot of that during your parent-teacher conferences. And then once all of these 3 criteria have been met, a letter is sent, signed by Mrs. Salazar, requesting your approval, and they're out of the program. And the goal is to get them out of ELD before they leave Knollwood. If they continue with their ELD status in secondary, middle school and high school, then they're placed in an ESL program, and they don't get to pick those fun classes, those electives. So we really need to push hard to make sure that your child, your student is doing, performing at grade level each year. Okay, so now I'm going to take off my ELD hat and put on my Title I hat. And just stress to you the importance of attendance. I know this is going to be a very strange year. It's our first year back full-time in person, and attendance is still very important. We know things come up, children get sick, but we're really urging you to make sure that they're here at school. I have another short 2-minute video just stressing the importance of attendance. Our district goal is 96% for all of our students, and we're still going to keep striving toward that. So bear with me for just a few minutes.
I am 6 years old and I'm in 1st grade. I like going to school, but some days I have to miss school. Sometimes my asthma is bad or I just need to rest. My mom always tries her best, but sometimes I have to miss school because things don't always go as planned. If I miss too many days of school, I probably won't be able to read, write, or do math like my friends. When I miss school for any reason, even if it's excused, it can be hard for me to catch up to my friends. And when I try to make up work at home, it's not the same as learning from my teachers and friends in class. If I keep missing school days, I might fail a grade, or even worse, I might not graduate. I'm only in elementary school now, but when I get bigger, I will go to high school. And the less I'm absent now, the better I'll do in school later. Mommy has big dreams for me, and so do I. When I'm in school every day, I can stay on track, keep up with my friends, and I'll be ready for 4th grade, 5th grade, and 6th grade, and more. My mommy can help make sure I don't miss too many days now, so I can make her proud and do well in school. I know sometimes it's not easy, but my mom is doing her best to help me succeed.
So just going back to that video, please, when you're planning your vacations, remember the implications of your children not being in school. Remember, they've been online all of this time, and it's really important for them to be in person, receiving that instruction, because we want to see that all of our Knollwood students are achieving that most important academic success. Okay, continuing with my Title I hat. As I mentioned previously, and Ms. Salazar did as well, it is so important that you fill out that online meal application. It generates funding for our school, that important Title I funding, which goes directly towards student support. We've been able to purchase technology. Our instructional coach, Mrs. Johnson, who oversees our in-class and after-school intervention, a PSW, which is our social worker for our mental health. For students, we've been able to hire that person for 2 days a week. So there's important services and supports that come along with that Title I funding, and we don't receive that or very, very little of that if you're not turning in those online meal applications. The meals will be completely free of charge this year, but we need you to fill it out because it's going to generate funding for the following school year. So please, 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 I beg you, you will receive information in the drive-through as well. In case you don't have access to the link, it will be in a flyer given to you tomorrow. Okay. Parent portal. Again, I'm part of the parent involvement here at school. It is important that you're on there. I think last time I checked, we were at 73% of our parents are registered. I am here to help you. Ms. Netter is here to help you. Ms. Gina can get you the parent pins if you don't have your pin number, and then assistance for creating the account. Please reach out. I can Zoom with you or work with you in the parent center, and Mrs. Netter can as well. We'll make time because it's important. You get to monitor your child's progress, academic progress, the attendance, grades and assignments, update your emergency contact information. If you have an English learner, that information is on there. If you have a special ed student, your IEP information is on there as well. So it's of utmost importance that you sign up for our parent portal. Okay, and then some of my other duties that I mentioned, I run the school-wide remind. If you haven't joined already, this is what you do. You text 81010 with the message at Knollwoo, no D at the end, and you'll be on our school remind, which is a quick little text. We use it for emergency purposes. We've had to lock down the school on some occasions because we get wildlife coming down from the mountains, such as bears. So you get notified instantaneously on your phone with a text if something's happening. We use it to remind you of events happening. I'll be sending something out today to remind you about the drive-throughs tomorrow. So it's important for all of our parents to be on there. You can also get your information on our Instagram account, Knollwood_Nights. Okay, I try to keep that up to date as much as possible. We have our school website. It has a long name, but if you Google Knollwood Prep Academy, this should come up. Look for that school loop and you'll get your information on there. There are lots of quick links on here, your daily pass, weekly flyers. Somebody was asking about the supply list. I know this photo is cut off a little, but if you go down on the quick links, you'll find supply lists for all the grade levels. Okay. And then our YouTube channel is Knollwood Preparatory Academy. If you want to go back and see some of our assemblies or Mrs. Salazar's back to school preparations video, it will be on there. I believe we'll be posting this presentation as well on our YouTube channel and on the website. Okay. Again, my name is Daisy Gaitan Valle, Mrs. Valle, whatever you feel comfortable calling me. I am the TSP Title I coordinator, and this is my email address. I am happy to be of service. I'm here to help you out as much as I can, and looking forward to being with you this school year. Okay. That's it for me.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Valle. Thank you for your presentation. This does conclude our orientation. Just, I know that I did notice a couple of questions in the chat box regarding students testing positive, snacks and lunch. Yes, students are able to bring their own snack to school, their own lunch, absolutely. They do not have to take the lunch or the snack that is being offered here at Knollwood. Also, if a child tests positive, the case will be turned over to the community engagement team. This is the LAUSD team of experts. They will be contacting the family. They will be contacting the school. They will be doing the contact tracing. They will be guiding the school and letting us know what our next steps will be. So again, if a child tests positive, the community engagement team from LAUSD will take over and they will guide us, contact the families, and let us know what our next steps will be. Another question, what is the distance between students to us in the classrooms? Currently, the latest guidance from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, state and local departments of the public health, allows for physical distancing flexibility when these other prevention measures are in place to ensure safety. So right now, the only requirement are face masks. There is no 3 feet or 6 feet social distancing in the classroom. It is pre-pandemic in the classroom. At lunchtime, while they remove their mask, we will social distance our students as much as possible. But right now, district guideline is no social distancing in the classrooms or out on the playground, but the student will be wearing their face masks at all times except when eating. We do plan on purchasing the YMCA Play program at Knollwood. This is an opportunity for students to have a more coordinated PE for about 45 minutes while teachers meet in grade level to discuss instruction in the classroom. Students will meet with YMCA coaches to learn sports. But yes, students will be wearing their masks at that time, at recess, lunch, and during the Y play, except when they are eating. Can they bring water bottles? Absolutely. They can bring in water bottles to the classroom. They will be able to remove their mask while they drink or take a sip, but they will have to put their mask over their nose at all times during school hours. So that right now, those are the district guidelines. If it changes, I will keep you updated. I will keep you posted. I will update the website with new information. I will send out connected messages with new information from the district. Now, if a child, another question that came up is what happens if a child tests positive and they have to quarantine? Because that will happen. They will have to quarantine if that is the case. We are waiting for district guidelines in terms of whether the child will have online learning